Hi, hello, hello. I'm sorry there hasn't been any real videos in a while, like manga videos or anything very substantial. I hope y'all like Pokemon, because we got plenty of that for many days to come. Um, but yeah, just a lot of things going on, a lot of good things, but you know, just not really in the mood to make videos. But I thought, at the very least, we could check in on good old Melvor Idle, because while all of this stuff is happening, while you face all of the challenges and leap to all the opportunities of life, idle games are still idling, and that's one of the beautiful things about them. So we haven't checked in a while. There's been a very significant update since we last looked. They added magic and rune crafting, a bunch of quality of life type stuff, and combat has been wholly overhauled. It's a hard thing to say. Instead of uh-oh. Instead of just a series of dungeons, there's supposed to be this big world map that you click on to show where you want to go fight monsters. And it looks like it's still working. Like you can see here, I can click, but for whatever reason, the actual interface isn't loading. So we can still do list view, I guess. This just shows you all the places you can click. So yeah, you can see it's very expanded. And the map is cool too, but we can't see it right now. I still haven't done any combat though, as you can see. We've just been focusing on the peaceful skills. You can see right now I'm doing some wood cutting. We hit 99 wood cutting quite a while ago. But you can see they've included now, this is something in the update, your actual level, that once you hit 99, it'll still track your experience as if there was still future levels. I'm assuming spaced out with the same growing increments as the levels up to 99 were. So that's, I don't know, that's kind of cool. I kind of like the idea that once you get to 99, it's like the signifiers become less noticeable. There's no rewards past this point, so you know that kind of still has the same feeling, but there's kind of this like degeneracy, this dedication or passion that comes through, I think, in situations where there's like tiers of first diminishing reward and then even diminishing recognition. So that like you normally have one number going up that causes some other numbers to go up in this kind of tiered hierarchy, but at the end you just have that one gigantic number that's just very incrementally ticking up and nothing beyond that. So I don't know, the actual level thing kind of detracts from this, which, whatever. I'm cutting normal logs and magic logs, normal trees and magic trees, that is. I want to get 99 mastery on normal trees. I bought the wood cutting cape, which I guess we can't really see because it's equipped to me. I'm not sure if there's, I guess if we go into our combat area, yeah, you can see I've got my woodcutting skill cape, which does have some actual combat buffs, I suppose, but I bought it because it increases my woodcutting speed quite significantly. So I could start grinding away to my 99 mastery of normal trees. That's a goal I had. Another goal I had was 1 million normal logs, but we're well over that. I'm also grinding cutting magic trees because that's really good money. You can see my bank value is up to 51 million. That's mostly just in these piles and piles of magic logs. They added these like EXP rates for the various trees. It's kind of interesting. They don't have that for any other skill as far as I can tell. And you can see quite simply using mathematics that what I'm doing right now is not EXP optimal, and it's probably not money optimal either. But I just like the idea of getting 99 mastery in something, and it takes so long. I might as well do it on this, which I think is probably going to be the fastest 99 mastery. It's taking a long time, though, to get these final mastery levels, so that might be something we also make a video on for updating. So yeah, I've been doing woodcutting when I'm like purely idle, like overnight and stuff. And then while I'm like playing, while I'm at my computer and can pay some amount of attention, I've been firemaking. I was gonna say, it's really interesting, this whole woodcutting thing. There's a lot of things that appeal to me about it. First off, the fact that both normal tree and magic tree sound like slang for weed. It's like pretty funny. So I'm all about that. For some reason, I've had this kind of weird personal aesthetic inversion, where even though I'm cutting down trees and it's like extremely environmentally damaging, or I'm burning up trees, both of these have in my mind like a very like nature-y association. It's the feeling that I still am out in nature, that I'm interacting with all these cute little tree designs, that I'm somehow it's like more in my head. I feel like I'm planting all these trees than cutting them down, and like foraging seeds rather than burning them. So yeah, I'm not really sure how I was able to kind of trick my brain like that. But it's kind of nice that you have the aesthetic of forestiness when you're actually just destroying the forest. But yeah, I was doing cooking at first. In our last video, we finished off fishing, and then I moved on to cooking. But cooking is not going super well. I got up to level like 70-ish, probably, before I started really paying attention to this, and realizing that the EXP bonus is probably worthwhile. What I really wanted to do was get to 99 cooking just from the fish I had caught getting to 99 fishing and not have to do any additional fishing past 99. That just seemed really satisfying to me. And I started to realize I wouldn't get there and that I really had overlooked this aspect of it. So then I started grinding firemaking so that I could unlock the redwood fire, which just gives a completely outrageous 75% experience boost. But by that time, I had already really depleted a lot of my fish, and since then, I've cooked all of my most expensive fish, all of my whales, all of my manta rays, all of my sharks, all of my cave fish, and now all we have left is these scraps. Somehow we're going to try to get 4 million experience or so from these. So I'm not sure. I probably just will end up having to fish some more, or there might be other sources of food from combat or something. So yeah, cooking right now has temporarily been abandoned. Once I pushed firemaking to 95, I think it was, that I needed to get redwood fire, I figured I might as well just finish that off. So for a while I was kind of like alternating. Now obviously I have pushed firemaking right to the limit. As you can see in the title, we're getting 99 firemaking today. That's pretty cool. I've also been farming the whole time, of course. We're basically at peak farming condition. I get the bird's seeds, the bird's nest, and then the seeds from woodcutting. It's not the best source of seeds. A few people have told me I really should be thieving. Eventually you get to pickpocket a farmer who gives you a lot of seeds, or I should be doing combat. There's some combat areas that maybe farmlands, chicken coop maybe, I don't know, that will drop better seeds more frequently. But this is fine. And again, somehow it feels like I'm helping the birds by doing this. Look at all these birds' nests I've accumulated. But of course, really, I'm just killing the birds in the actual flavor of the game. It's so weird. There's just this weird aesthetic inversion sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing that word. The aesthetic inversion that you have an association, and even though you're destroying that thing, the fact that it's still associated with that thing makes you think of the positives of that thing. Yeah, let's complete our farming run here. So I'm at peak farming. At level 75, you can start planting magic tree seeds. So it's a little discouraging because we're still 23 levels away from maxing, and it's going to take a long time. But one thing that's nice, at least, is once you get 50 mastery for any crop, you don't have to use fertilizer. So that makes it a lot faster, a lot cheaper, a lot less annoying. There's always this passive-aggressive thing that says, usually you would need fertilizer to add fertilizer. And it's like, what, you think I'm going back to my bank every time and checking that I still have fertilizer, or compost is actually called, and then going to the shop and then spamming it? But actually now they have like you can buy things in whatever quantity. So that's fine, that's fine. But it used to bug me because, like, come on, like, obviously I'm just gonna click until I run out. I'm not gonna keep checking. Gosh. Anyways, so yeah, that makes me happy. course, we still need fertilizer for all our trees. Trees grow very slowly, so we get less mastery of them. Oh, we just got a farming level. Oops, I just wasted fertilizer. These, though, I still have only 49. Oh my gosh, so I need to fertilize that. Farming. I don't know if I enjoy this or not. I don't know if I enjoy doing it. It's kind of tedious. I'm always making little mistakes, like forgetting if I should add compost or not. Or sometimes I'll like start my little farming cycle and then I'll get distracted and then I'll come back and see that there's a bunch of stuff that I should have harvested a while ago or I should have replanted a while ago. And it's just like, So it's like, what? Am I going to do this forever? I mean, I want to max it, that's for sure. We're nowhere near close to maxing. Like at like 7.5 million experience, we're going to be halfway there. It should go a little faster once I start focusing on these faster methods of getting seeds. Like I think maybe after I finish cooking and firemaking, I might do thieving next, just because that seems like a good way to get seeds. And if you have the high level seeds, you get way more experience. So, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. And then it's like, all these other ones, once I 99 them, I just don't have to go back to them, right? And I'm not really missing out on anything. But because farming is so parallel with everything else, it kind of feels like you might as well just keep doing it, even after you've 99'd. Just because you get, like, the stuff. I have so many onions and carrots and vegetables. No, there's no carrots. They're all vegetable. What am I talking about? But I've got a lot of this stuff now. That's kind of cool. So it's like, you kind of want to just keep going. But then, what, am I just going to keep farming for the rest of my life? Like some sort of farmer? Like my grandfather and many other people in my family? I don't know. So what else has been going on? They added the completion log, which is exciting. A lot of this is just redundant. Like you can click here the skills or you can click milestones and it's the exact same page. But it's cool that it shows you your overall progress for skills. I'm at 29 right now. Same with mastery. I'm only at 10%, which is so crazy. And then items. I only have 13% of all items. Ooh, my fishing amulet. This is like a little disappointing because it doesn't go back and give you credit for things you've already gotten. Like this log, I've obviously cut this log before, but because I did it before the completion log update, I don't get credit for it yet. So you know, I'm gonna go back and clean these up, catch these fish again, etc., etc. You have to go back and burn one of everything as well. But this is great. Like this sort of completion log, I think, is fantastic. A very visually overwhelming screen. Just all of these question marks, I think, is fantastic. So that'll be very satisfying to try to fill up. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I never thought I would be this invested into an idle game or get this much satisfaction for it. And as I said, in turbulent times in your life, it's nice to have something you can just kind of come home to, sit down, click, 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 and be like, ah, good, ah, nice, I'm making progress. It's just relaxing. So I don't have much else to say. Firemaking was pretty nice. At first, I didn't really want to do it because it feels so active. Um, you have to manually burn your logs for a while, and then eventually, once you get high enough mastery, you get to auto burn them. But the bonfire, which gives a growing EXP bonus when active, you feel like you should be relighting that every time. And for a while, I felt a lot of pressure to do that, but kind of as I progressed in wood in firemaking, I realized that it's not that significant of a bonus because it costs 10 logs to activate. So it's like, how do you think about this? Basically, you need to burn about 20. Wait, okay, hold on. You should never try to do math live while being recorded. But it costs 10 logs to activate. Okay, so you're down 10 worth of experience. And then each one is 1.5 or 1.45, but we could maybe say 1.5 times more experience. So to compensate for the 10 logs you're down, you have to do Anyways, it's not as significant as you might think. It's not like you're actually just multiplying the experience you're getting by 1.45. Um, I don't know. So I didn't feel too bad just idling this and letting it burn without the bonfire. The redwood logs take a long time to burn too, so I was able to just kind of go at it. I never had to do wood cutting for the purpose of fire making. Like, I never really burned normal logs for that long, nor magic logs. So all of the burning I did was from um, just getting to 99 wood cutting, which is cool. It's probably not going to be able to happen with cooking and fishing, unfortunately. But I like that kind of completeness, that sort of pairing. Oh my gosh, I had figured this out last night. When I was lying in bed, I was thinking about how this worked, and I arrived at like the exact number of logs that have to burn per bonfire to compensate for it. And then I meant to like count how many logs you actually burn during each bonfire. And I think it is worth it, but it's like not as significant as you might originally think. Also, of course, it's a lot faster to do it this way, so it's still definitely worth doing if you're at your computer and you can do it pretty easily. But it's not worth stressing over, which is nice. Anyways, we're getting really close now. I think it's just one more log. I've really come to enjoy fire making. I didn't think I would like it, but look at the way these two things like slowly pull across the screen. It reminds me of violining for some reason. Slowly. I've been watching a lot of the YouTube channel Two Set Violin. Maybe that's why I have that association. So yeah, we did it. 99 fire making. Sweet, awesome. Another 99. Look at that. 3 in a row. I'm actually glad that I did it before cooking because the 3 in a row is really nice. Let's get back to woodcutting. Can't leave it alone for a second. We can buy the bonfires are free. Well, that's pretty cool. So that throws out the window all the calculations I was trying to do. The thing though is like, who cares if bonfires are free? I'm already level 99. So this is where this is appealing only to those true number go up degenerates who want to get their actual fire making level well past the 100. We're 109 woodcutting right now, which I think is pretty sweet. The EXP thing seems broken because the bigger number is first. So I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Cooking, yeah, this isn't good. Like, look at how little you get from shrimp. Bloop. What was that? 8? 8? 8? You can buy these gloves, so you never burn the shrimp. I think it's worth for the more expensive food because there each one represents much more of an EXP gain or loss. But I'm not sure where it starts becoming worth it. I don't think it's worth it for any of these. These ones, it's like, all right, I'll just burn some. At the same time, though, I'm like so friggin' rich. I might as well just buy a million charges of the cooking gloves. Who knows? Who knows? And by who knows, I mean like basic mathematic analysis knows. But as I said, I kind of like playing this game, I don't know, very freely. Like there's a wiki. This is literally the first time I've ever looked at the wiki. And it won't even load, so that's great. Because I don't want to know, I just want to have a sense. I want to have a personal sense that I've developed based on what I feel like I've been seeing, right? Same with like drop frequency and stuff, the worthiness of different methods of getting different items. It's just fun. It's just it just makes it kind of feel a little personal in some way. That I'm truly playing the game I want to play. So yeah, right now the objectives are 99 cooking, which I kind of want to just cook all of my food and see how far it gets me, and then go back to fishing. But it's kind of a waste of time. Like it would be so much faster probably to just fish as well as possible, and actually get some more whales and stuff to cook up. But like an interim goal is 99. This might be actually faster. Oh, isn't that so satisfying? It just goes so fast. Bam, bam, bam. More logs, more logs, more logs, more logs. Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the update that was really cool. But I think we mostly covered it. It's too bad the map won't load. But, you know, you can check it out on your own. Sweet, awesome game. I'm really happy I found out about it. I never thought I would be so invested in an idle game. But you'll see me. I'm going to max this account. That's my goal. I have a couple other goals on top of that. I'd like to get every item. I'd like to 99 mastery normal trees, for example. But the main goal is I'd like to max. So I'm sure as hell not going to do it in real RuneScape. All right, that's it. Goodbye.